And we are back. Okay. You guys are in the cold, frozen, divine land of Shehakim. Shehakim, which is the third level of Mount Celestia, the mountain of the gods, the infinite mountain of the gods. You've made your way up through Elysium into Lunaria, through Solaris, into Shehakim, and all along the way, reactivating the divinities or reassigning the divine authorities and responsibilities of those lands to new people or to existing gods, so that you can gain access through the portals heading further up the mountain. Here in Shehakim, the land is frozen. Is a wasteland of not a wasteland. It's a forest of ice. And you've heard from people down below that Shehakim was not always like this. It was supposed to be a cool winter wonderland, like Renly says, or Narnia, sure. But now it's just a blizzard. You look all around and things are covered. Trees are covered in ice, and their boughs are bending, and they're leaning over. And this land, the howling of the wind, it feels unnatural. And more so than that, it's not just the cold and the ice and the wind. It's the snow here contains some kind of interconnectedness, some kind of power. Yes, it's psychic in nature. And we left off last week, so you guys had when you dropped in, you saw a line of Arcanites and angels and celestials heading on to this creature. The Malavelm is what it's called. It was once Tree of Ancient Knowledge, but it's been changed, and now the beings that are led to it are rendered apart and torn apart, and their power absorbed into the oak and transferred on. The light of their beings transferred on to this massive mountain that you saw in the distance. You guys managed to extract one creature last week from the gang of prisoners, the Arcanite named Vouchy, and he gave you, and Renly had a really hard time with it. He gave you a rundown of what was going on in Shehakim. It took him about 4 hours to have this conversation, and he pointed you to this angel who was also trapped in the chain gang, in the line of prisoners. You guys went in balls deep and fought off the higher level demons guarding her, and freed her from imprisonment, and then you fled. But as you were running, as you were fleeing, all in your various manners of flight, Renly, you were in the form of a dragon. Deimos, you were just flapping your arms really hard and somehow flying. Adis he had cast a fly spell, I think, and Elwyn, you were using your wings. Salome, the angel, she broke out in tears, and in the snow, through the snow, she could feel her goddess, the goddess Auril. So this land belonged to two gods, Auril and Ogma. Auril was the goddess of winter, and Ogma was the god of knowledge. Salome, crying, heard and felt her goddess, and then the scream or the wail of anxiety, of agony. Auril's scream rent across the land, and the blizzard heightened and intensified. Now you guys all fell from the sky, collapsed down to the ground, and we dealt out damage at the end of the last session. And the snow falling from the sky has intensified. You can feel its psychic effects as it lands on you, as you walk through it, dampening your powers. Okay? So, you guys crash down to the ground. Some people take damage. You guys are on the map fairly close to Malibum. You didn't get too far. Okay? So we're going to say you guys are here. Like right there. Alright? What all do you want to do? You have Salome with you, and you have Vouchy with you.
I turn towards Vouch and I'm like, it's all your fault. Was the tea enough for you? 4 hours of tea? And then I turn to Shalom and I'm like, can you still get us to Oral?
Vouchy looks at you, Renly. His eyes kind of droop downwards, and you can see a frown kind of slowly appear across his face. And he says, I'm so sorry
Oh god, I
for
pat him on the head.
anything I might have done
I pat him in the head.
to offend you.
Tell him she's just kidding.
As they're doing this, like as he's talking, they're talking. I have them in my arms and I'm running with them. Just so we're still moving.
Okay, so you're running through the snow now, right?
Yeah. I asked the lady, is there a faster way? How'd you guys move fast? Because that would be really helpful.
I said, we liberated you so you can take us to Oral.
She said, okay. Salome looks at you.
Help you fix your goddess.
She wipes the tears from her eyes, and she looks around at the snow, and hears the screams, and she says, she shakes a little bit, she trembles. She says, I need to concentrate. Can you get me somewhere out of the snow? She says, out of where I can't hear the screams.
I take Deimos' arms and I cover her ears.
And I dig
with
a hole.
Yeah, I'm just pointing downwards. Deimos, dig.
So you're digging a hole?
I mean, we're not in the snow. I'm real strong. I'm like a dig dug man.
Okay. So you're digging down. You're tunneling down.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me an athletics check.
Okay. Dig.
Okay. You look around. You fling up huge chunks of rock and ground from underneath you. You just go full on, like beast mode. You're just tearing up the ground. Your hands slam down. You break the frozen, what do we call it, whatever ground freeze stuff, or permafrost or whatever it is. And you just tear up chunks of ice, and you go down lower and lower. And over the course of the next, we'll give it 10 minutes. You manage to get further down below where the ground is not quite as frozen. And so now you have, Deimos, you have we'll say it's, what were you trying to build? Were you trying to just dig a big hole, or were you trying to dig a tunnel straight down? What were you trying to do?
Kind of like, a slant tunnel in, so you're not just like, so you can still get out and like snow doesn't keep falling in. Like
okay.
Survival mode, yeah.
I'll
try
yeah.
To,
semi-cover us with the Liam's tiny hut, not secret chest, but my tiny hut. Oh, there we are.
All right, so you're gonna put that on top?
Yeah, just to like give us some cover as well.
I love this spell. All right. So, Deimos, you build a tunnel down below. Renly, you seal it off the outside with the hut. It's kind of like you guys know what a trapdoor spider is. That's what you do. You guys like tunnel down beneath the ground, and you plug up the hole with the hut. And so you guys are in there now. It's still cold. What are you gonna do?
Plug her ears.
Okay. As you guys go down there, you kind of like you light a fire, you set some light up, The entrance to this thing that you've built snows over fairly quickly. So now you guys are underground in this fairly expansive cave that you built. You know, it's not huge, but it's about the size of a decent room. And Salome gets down there, and she collapses to the ground. You can see exhaustion just wash all over her. She sighs a little bit, and she closes her eyes. She says, "Give me just a moment, please. I must rest. The psychic terror that Oro unleashed across this land," she says, has truly just weakened me. I need a moment.
Like, how long are we talking? Because, like, we're getting fought by these things called archdemons.
She looks up. She says, she says, "My captors, is there nothing you can do to prevent them finding us?" Vaushi stands up. He says, "I can go above ground and scout for them. Lead them away."
No, we're good.
You lead him 4 feet away.
I am going to touch one of the walls, and I am going to create an earth elemental, even if it's small, so it can just stay within the ground, but like
Okay.
sense any earth tremors of things that are nearby and go on patrol as it like burrows through the ground.
It's all right. Even if they find us and they come, I can throw up my Tesla fraction.
Okay. Alright. So, Renly, you send out your Earth Elemental to go underground and to try to detect when they start coming by.
Indeed, yes, just
Alright.
in case.
Alright. So you guys take a breather, 15 minutes we'll call it. The Elemental does indeed detect them. Detect these creatures in the area, but none of them find you. Alright? A couple come close, but the Elemental knows about where they are. It can tremor sense them, and they all pass by.
Tiny hut
Okay.
for the win.
Snowed in for the win. We're trapped.
Okay. So after 15 minutes, Salome just kind of like rouses back up again. She says, "Thank you. I don't know what to say. This has all been so disturbing. My name is Salome. I'm a courier angel, but also within the hierarchy of Oril, goddess of winter." She bows towards you guys. "You are my rescuers. I'm unfamiliar with who you are. Are you deities from a realm below?"
We all look towards Elwyn.
Hi, I'm Alwyn, fire god from the skies. So we gave her some tequila
Wait,
because
you're talking
she
about
was speechless.
Salome?
Yeah, because
Alright.
I guess your computer froze and we didn't hear her for a while. I'm like,
Oh.
oh, she's so speechless by my power. She needs some tequila to calm down.
Something happening? I don't know.
Okay.
Me and Renly
And
just
then-
like balls all over these guys, like over
and
everything
then-
extra fancy.
Deimos said, oh, she's speechless, but she's taking off her clothes. or something like that.
Oh,
Should be
jeez.
silent as consent or approval.
Alright. Salome is, I forget what you guys doing. She, before my
Introducing
computer
the
froze.
god Elwyn. Because she
That's
asked
right.
if there were gods.
That's right. That's right. She says, "I am so relieved. Our world is in tatters, and there is no hope. There can be no hope. our gods have fallen or gone mad. And she, you can see the sorrow kind of wash over her again. She says, our greatest sources of knowledge destroyed. Our armies and strongest warriors crumbled. Our, just the very structure of our livelihood and civilization, she says, washed away and trampled. She says, and now the land is filled with these creatures everywhere. Just
Dear, and I like kind of like just pat her leg. You're not alone. You know, this seems to be in every other plane we've been to. It's not us. It just that the party already started, and yeah, so you're in good company. See?
she looks at you for a second, Renly, and she says, yes, I would love some of that liquid you are imbibing.
Perfect. And then I'll start brewing up a pot.
But we'll brew the pot while we're traveling so we can run and not get hit by a second wave of shit.
Where do you wish to go?
That god lady. You're the angry god lady?
She shakes her head. No. That would be terrible.
Right.
It would be terrible to help her.
We're
She says-
super helpful people. Look at us. We literally cleared the levels below us, and we literally don't know what we're doing.
She says, do you know what our land looks like and where we are
Yeah.
right now?
Yes, no,
She says, well, if you know of our geography, and she, Vouchy says, I provided a map.
I'm good.
Says,
I'm good. No more maps. No more maps. And then I will pull it up like spatially holographic style.
Okay.
My thing, which I can do now.
All right, here's here's the map. All right, so you guys are here in this little thing. You're tunneled underneath the ground, right? She draws the big circle, the mock fields, we'll call it, all the way down there. She says, my goddess, last I heard and last I knew, and confirmed by what I feel now, that my goddess is not well. She was entranced, delusioned. She says, lured in and captured when the demons invaded our land. Her strength left us, and our armies gave way rather quickly. Ogma of knowledge, his warriors fought hard, using guile and wit, using the might of their strategy as well as their brawn. They put up a valiant fight. But she says, he himself fell eventually. It was not enough. She
Got
says,
any like minor gods around here that are like doing shit that helped?
She says, I believe so. There are pockets of resistance. I myself was part of one of them, and many of the people that you saw in that line, we were recently captured. We had held in a stronghold far to the northeast, when one of our angels, a great angel an archangel of winter, Sistia was her name. She was leading us. We were the last remnant of Oral's hierarchy. But the demons fell on us, and we were captured. I don't know what happened of our leader, Sistia. But I do know that there are others as well. I've heard tale of some pockets, some remaining divisions of the realm of knowledge still putting up a fight, still harassing and haranguing the demon hordes. Our land is weak, but we are not yet defeated. She says. But as to answer your question, we cannot go to Oral now. No. No, she was beguiled, drawn in. She is far to the southeast or southwest, far to the southwest, and she's surrounded by the hordes. You see, after our land fell, the Red Army continued on up to the higher plains, but they left several reserves here. Several of their demon reserves, monsters, powerful devils, she says. And they took the greater majority of their might, but I believe that these reserve regiments that are stationed here are still an incredible force to be reckoned with. The fields below, to the southwest, are filled with demons. And Oral is there in the midst of them.
Like, is she captured, you said? And then, like...
It sounds like she's one of them.
She shakes her head. No. Beguiled.
Why is she in pain right now? Like, if she's beguiled?
She says, that was the cry of a heart in sorrow and terror, in pain. My goddess was beguiled by a powerful demon. He came and captured her mind, captured her heart. She loves him.
So we gotta beat him up to get her away from that.
And who was this dude? And how can we fight him then?
Yeah. And like, are there like other places around here where you know of other pockets of like things that could be strong? Cause like, it'd be really cool.
She says, I don't know, but I don't know where other pockets of resistance might be, but I do know that we were intending to meet up with someone who does.
What's their name?
A creature of great age and knowledge, perhaps the last remnant of Ogma's mind, still lives here. Its name is Thramakall. She points on the map. Sistia and her legions, myself being part of them, were heading down there to rendezvous at Thramakall. She swore to us that others in the resistance would meet us there. But we were trapped and laid low along the way.
Oh shit. But like, could you get us there?
She says, I can get us partially there. With Oral's distress, my powers have dwindled greatly.
Can we like help you out with that? Like,
Yeah.
help you channel it or something?
She says, Oral's power here, and as it exists throughout the snow and ice, it is not like normal arcana. It is a form of psychic divine power. And as Oral's mind has been distressed, this world has fallen into disarray. Along with it, my powers. But The help I need is not magical. The help I need is psychic, mental, calming,
Gotcha.
clarity.
Uh-huh. Well, you came to the right
Comfort.
place. Because I'm a bard.
She looks at you and she says, "You do not look a bard.
Yes, I am a bard and I'm a wizard.
I have to admit, you look neither."
That's the best part, because you know what you look like? Which I don't think you know you look like. You look like a winner. You look like somebody who knows what they can actually do, but's too afraid to do it. You're gonna throw that away. Because everyone else sees it in you, and it's time you see it in yourself. That we can get almost all the way over there. Because we're here to support you. Even though you don't need us. You always have a friend in us. Because we're super cool.
And we have liquid courage as I pull up the tequila bottle.
Are we gonna start singing "You Have a Friend in Me" now? Like,
Yeah, that's
Toy
what I was
Story
thinking
style?
of.
Okay.
Straight up.
And I nudged Renly. I'm like, oh, and we can also give you some foresight to help you out in concentrating.
I was thinking of that, and I'm like, but I was also thinking of, I felt like we had someone else around, but I can't recall. Who might have been able to do like a blanking of mind, but
Yeah.
never mind.
Wait, no, I got something. I pull out my stuffed doll, my hand's in its butthole, but I'm using its mouth. I'm just like, oh, hello, my name is Adis. I can cast that for you, and I will quadruple the effects of it on everybody.
Oh. And I will also cast Elwyn's Glamour on her.
Is this actually a spell?
Yeah, so she can feel pretty and get high self-esteem.
Glamour.
So my puppet's gonna actually cast the. He's gonna triple it actually.
I took this spell so whenever I started banging a chick, I could cast this on them.
He's playing like that one from Family Guy. That,
Giggity, giggity.
Giggity, giggity.
Hold on. I just saw a picture that I thought was hilarious. There's a here.
Yes, one of my 15 spells that I can learn was this one.
For some reason, this I thought this was hilarious. And the thing is, it's like on Quora, and so there's a bunch of people debating it, and like its ethics and what it's communicating, and all, and they way overthink it. I just started laughing.
How'd her boobs get smaller? So books are bad for your health?
For her boobs, apparently. I'd still bang all of them. Well, Elwyn would still bang all of them. Starting from the right to the left.
From the right to the left, in that order.
Yeah, because I just cast this spell on her like every time, and she'd get a little bit hotter each time.
So yes, Friendly, this is misogynistic and dumb and everything that I thought it was funny.
I am not clicking the link. I am checking myself. I'm like, la 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 la. What spells do I have? La 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 la.
Oh, I meant to ask you, but I didn't want to interrupt when you were when the angel was talking. Did you start the recording again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're back up. Okay. So okay, so you guys are trying to help Salome with tequila. Elwyn, you're casting that on her to help her feel better about herself. Renly, Renly, what are you doing? How are you helping her?
I am doing a couple of things. Let's see. So one of them being, I am going to take some time Well, actually, no, I don't have to take some time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Aurelian to do a perfect, like illusion with complete sound and everything of I don't know, what would a bard of Damos's ilk use? A banjo, an electric guitar? I don't know, but it'll be presented to Damos to use or mime that he can use, and I'm also going to cast comfort so that he can channel the beautiful sounds of whatever instrument this is into that to help give a better vibes or mojo.
Okay. So,
Hold
Renly
on.
and Elwyn. Go
Well,
on.
yeah, after I cast the spell, I totally look. Whoa, you're looking good. I totally like get enthralled by it, by her. I'm like, wow, have you seen yourself? You are beautiful. You do you have a little dragon in you? Kind of looks like you do.
Oh my god!
She says, she touches her face a bit and she says, "No, I don't think so."
Do you want to?
Oh my god!
That's from Austin Powers, right? That's the first time I heard that
Yeah.
joke was in Austin Powers. Are you sure you don't have a little clone in you? All right. Okay.
Oh yes, that's
What you guys are finding though, Elwyn and Renly, what you guys are finding is even though these are low level spells, right? They're lacking punch. You cast them and they're they have some effect, but definitely not the full
You-
effect that you're
you know,
imagining.
let me finish.
Okay.
That's a D3.
Okay. Okay. Um. So you cast a spell, and you can feel it dampened in your hands, Elwyn. Your eyes flash a brilliant blue, and you look into the reality beyond what's around you. Even here on Mount Celestia, here in the plane of the gods, there is an undercurrent, a flow that all that is around here it consists of. You reach down into that and you force, you will the effect of your spell to carry through. Um, so as you apply your awakening to this event, you can see Salome close her eyes and calm down a bit. She smiles and she says, "Thank you, all of you. I know that I am not alone. You've shown me that. And I am so grateful that you wish to help our land. I'll do everything I can to be of assistance to you." She says, "I will hasten our way to Thramakall. I must warn you, though. One does not travel in Shehakim the way one might travel on the material plane, by beast or by foot, or even by magical transversence, teleportation." She says, "Here, one travels in the mind." She she holds her hands out, and you can see the folds of her dress begin to sway and rustle, as if a light breeze was coming through this tunnel, this cave that you're in. And as it happens, a small gust of wind rolls through, and you can feel snowflakes begin to filter into the area, which is impossible because you guys have closed off. You're underground,
Huh.
and there's no snow getting in. But you look out and you see that the snow is coming from her. She says, "Just as all the ice and snow in our land is an extension of Oriel herself, so this," and she looks at the snow that's fluttering in the room you're in, is an extension of myself. And as the snow touches your skin, and the snowflakes touches your skin, you can feel coolness, but it's not melting, and it's not a painful cold. It's a pleasant comfort. And she says, "And now our thoughts are connected." She says, "Come, release yourselves to the snow." And the wind, a breeze, a cool breeze blows through your cavern, and all of you, your minds are wrapped up as you see the swirl of snow blow off to the snowflakes blow off through the ground. The snow just kind of like gusts upwards through the ground, through layers of rock, up through the layers of snow and ice above, and it joins with other snowflakes up in the air. And she says, "And this is where it becomes difficult, with all the disruption that has been going on." She says, "I cannot hold us as well as I could before." And you can feel, you can't really see her. You guys are your minds move along with the snowflakes. And you can see the swirling of wind and ice and conflicting currents of air just bursting and gusting. And she's trying to guide and navigate all the complicated air currents and snow bursts and blizzards and storms that exist on this land. But your minds travel along with these snowflakes that she's created. A small number of them amongst the massive storm around this land. A bit of time goes by. You can feel for a while you drift away, but her comforting, guiding wind snatches you up again and rejoins you to the rest of her thoughts in snow form, in flurry form. And she continues to guide you along as you ride the wind, your thoughts traveling with these flurries of snow. You guys can see on the map in fairly rapid fashion what would have been weeks and weeks of travel, maybe months by foot, certainly at least a week by air, maybe more. In the course of a few hours, traveling along the snow, along with a burst of wind, you guys make it halfway to Thramakall. Before what? Before the winds die down, and you can feel her kind of sigh, and the snowflakes settle down onto the ground on a clearing. It joins up with the snow already there. And you can see in your mind's eye, you see those individual snowflakes land on the ground and fade away into the snow on the ground, already on the ground. It just joins up with the ground. You kind of blink, your mind's eye just kind of focused on that area where the snow melted. And then a second goes by, and you kind of snap out of that reverie that you were in. You look around, and you physically are standing there.
Is she there with us, or is she now snow?
She is there as well, and
Okay,
so is Vouchy. All of you are there. She looks at you and she says, "I'm sorry. I must rest. That was rather difficult." And she kind of like she leans over and she collapses into you, Deimos.
I got you, girl. Don't worry.
Start
I'm just
dragging her
gonna
by your
drop
leg.
Chrysalis on her.
Okay.
Because I'm sure she's feeling absolutely terrible right now.
All right. Cool. Renly, you create the chrysalis.
Oh,
And-
I'm charging it up as well. If that's possible. But I don't know how what exactly those demons did to her while she was caught up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm using an enhanced spark, and oh gosh, what is the rolling skill? Hold on. Was that
While
a
she's
die? No, sorry.
while she's doing that, I'm gonna twin project object,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take some of the tequila and put it in my mouth and in Deimos' mouth, so we can have a shot while she's in the cocoon.
Okay.
Right. So wait, Renly, you use your enhanced spark and you
Okay.
rolled a 1, right? You roll.
Yeah, it is a 1. I thought it was something else, and I'm like, no, I did it right. It was a 1. God damn it.
Okay. So the chrysalis forms. It forms greatly weakened. This what do you call it? This normally this very beautiful and symmetrical craftsmanship of crystal. I don't know. He just rolled really bad.
I know. I thought I was like, wait, I did it wrong, and I'm like, no, that was right. It was 1.
It conjoins together, and it's having an effect. It's because it forms up around her. It's having an effect. Definitely not the full effect that you're looking
That's
for.
totally fine. It's something. So yeah.
Okay. So what do you guys do for an hour? It's gonna take her an hour inside the chrysalis.
Oh,
Scout.
commune with nature so that I can have more tea. It's not like I haven't peed enough for the day.
Okay.
I'll take a short rest.
You guys begin resting, and then 10 minutes in, Fauci's sitting there, and he kind of turns his head to the side a bit, and you see one of his ears just kind of perk up. He says, "There are creatures in our proximity. They are entering within close range of us.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers.
How did I not notice this?
It's because
They
all your
put
all,
it
all your magic and spells are kind of fucked.
in.
I mean, it works. I mean, and as he's saying it, you're sensing it, and Renly, you get confirmation. He's like, "Yes, there are creatures attending, moving closer."
How does my spells work? Do they work also dampened down, or?
Yeah.
Ooh, all right. I'm trying to. I mean, if they're getting really close, I'm gonna try to super Deimos. I'll be like,
Just super cool. I'm gonna punch people in the
Maybe
snow.
they're friendly.
We'll fucking find out when I punch them into the snow.
Offer them a massage, damn it.
Oh, I actually think I have maps that are snow based.
Ooh.
Do I? I forgot to pull them out. Oh, we'll use this one. Why not? Okay. Okay. Here we go. So you guys are on this road, or near this road. Kind of hanging and chilling. I gotta make tokens for Vouchy and Salome, but they're not there yet. What's happening is that you guys, while you were flying in the snow, your awareness was not very open. You couldn't really see around you well. You're just moving along with the snowflakes. Your mental presence was with them. Um, but now on land, you realize that what Salome was saying about this world being full of demons is true. The reserves of Asmodeus' army are here on this land. The greater majority of his army and his forces and invasion force continued on upwards, but there's a couple detachments of reserves down here, right? And you're not sure how many creatures are contained within a reserve unit, but it is a massive number. Okay, so I mean, just some context. While the Nexus was open, on the order of a million demons daily were invading, were dumping into the heavens, and that Nexus was open for like 3 or 4 years. Okay. So all that to say, there's demons everywhere, and some have stumbled upon you.
Alrighty.
Okie dokie. Let's use these. Okay. So you guys look around and you can see creatures, detachments of creatures begin to move out. Um,
Oh, these guys.
yeah, you've seen all these guys before. Okay. All right. Ooh, Adis is not here because he's off doing something else somewhere. All right. Everyone roll initiative. Deimos rocking the natural ones.
Yes, I am.
All right. First coming up, this massive garb blog comes storming in. What's this bubble? Who just 10-foot circle here?
Oh, that's my Lehman's hut thing because it's freezing. I wouldn't be making tea in the freezing snow, but
Oh, so you
it's not. Yeah,
you recast
but
it.
yeah, but it's not going to be fully Lehman's tiny hut. It'll just be like, yes, it's not freezing, but it's still cold.
That's right. He comes up, and normally the hut is invulnerable, but this massive thing, you can feel slime and claw and tentacle smash down into the hut, and you look up, and cracks are appearing in the walls of the hut. Two
Oh.
more huge thundering blows rain down, and you can see tentacles wrapping around the exterior of the hut and shattering, spider webbing cracks in the hut, like glass, go everywhere, and then the hut itself shatters. Okay. This one is much quicker. It bounds across this stretch here into the branches of this frozen tree and launches itself over here. And comes crashing down from the sky, Elwyn, at you. It gets 2 of these attacks off. and you can feel as its tooth and one of its claws sink into you. You can feel it shuddering through your mind as psychic damage washes over your body. These creatures, having existed here in the snow for a while, have acclimated to this realm. And then it's going to wrap its arm around you, since it has its teeth ray sunk into you, and you have to make a strength saving throw. You fail that. So it's wrapped. It's grappled you. It's restrained you. And you are going to take ongoing damage at the beginning of each of your turns. Okay. That's his turn. Renly, you're up.
Alright, I guess I am going to... interesting. Alright, so I'm going to turn into Moonsight, and I am going to see if... You know what, I was going to do something more beyond that, but I think I'm just going to do freedom of movement on Elwyn, so maybe he can wriggle out easier with that. Because I don't like him grappled like that. Oh, it's okay. Okay, yeah, Moonsight and moving backwards. And where is my freedom? Freedom? There we are.
Okay. Roll. Let's see here. So you're trying to make it so Elwyn can escape. You touch a willing creature. For duration, the target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, spells, and other medical effects, nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained. Okay. Anything else?
That would be all of my turn to do that. So yeah, and I'm just gonna pop that on. Do I need to be rolling something? You mentioned?
Nope. Nope. You cast a spell. You can see it land on Elwyn, but like all other magical abilities in this area, it's muted. It's dampened. Okay, so you're not sure exactly what happens yet. All right. This creature comes thundering across. It drops down into this road, and it saunters. It slams across the gorge here. That's all it can do. This guy, again, jumps off this tree and comes in, landing right here behind you, Renly, and starts slamming you. Just three attacks in a row just go crashing into you.
Right.
This Shrike just on the ground, just zipping across the floor, comes charging in here, battering in, and slams headfirst into you, Deimos.
It's rude.
Okay.
Dick move.
And with its teeth bit into your torso, like its huge like claw fangs and really slimy nasty teeth are like grabbed onto your chest, basically. You can feel blood pouring down. Its claws, its two hind claws, its legs reach up and tear at your gut, trying to rip your gut open.
I flex.
One misses as you flex. The other one, however, strikes true. Okay. And since that hits you, you begin to bleed.
No. 12
Okay.
D20.
Yeah. All right, Elwyn, your turn. Elwyn, you're grappled, so you can feel your bones crunching together, as this thing is crushing you.
Okay.
What do you do? Renly
I
casts freedom
will-
of movement on you. You can feel it affecting you a bit. You're not sure how fully it is though.
So before anything, I'm gonna quicken ensnare, which is one of the new spells I took.
Okay.
And I will cast it right here. And it is invisible, so they can't see it. So when they try to move across, hopefully they'll get caught. It's like
Create
web,
invisible-
but it's like web, but it's a higher spell. It's a 3rd level, so it can just hang it in
Mhm.
midair. Like if a creature's flying somewhere, I could just like put it up in the sky or put it anywhere. It doesn't need to be anchored.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will do that, and then for my movement, I will try to fly up 30 feet in the air, since I felt the freedom of movement spell. See what happens.
Mm-hmm.
What
Alright,
happens?
roll me a... dexterity check. Or acrobatics, whichever one you want to do.
Same shit.
Okay. You begin to
Ooh.
ease out. You can feel your skin slipping inside this creature's arms. Alright? You slip out halfway, but one of its arms is still wrapped around you. It loses control of you with the other one, basically. All right. So right now you're half free. If you give it another effort like that, you can tell you would break out. Okay. Anything else?
When I see that it's not letting me go, I'm gonna take my lightning staff and smack him in the freaking face with it. The Gragly is holding me, right?
Yeah, number 4, the one right next to you.
I will spend 12 spell slots. 4, 8, 12. I'm not gonna roll the damage on it, just in case you wanna like dampen it a little bit. Or what do you want me to do?
Roll it, but don't target him.
Okay. So it's that. So it's 198 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 3,168.
Okay. I put Salome and Vouchy on the map. All right. 3,168 on number 4.
Yes.
All right. You take your staff and you smash it into him. There's a crack, like a roar of thunder, like a thunderclap. The creature, his body just caves and ripples. With that effort, his grip on you loosens completely, and you are no longer grappled. He takes a half step backwards, just rocked by the blow. You can tell, though, that the effect was definitely dampened. He is not looking too good, but he is not dead.
Okay, sounds good. And that is my turn.
Okay. Number 2 is going to come blasting in, jumping off this tree, leveraging, parkouring off of this garblog, landing here next to you, Jamos. And then comes the attacks. That'd be a miss, and a hit. Adis is not here, so Adis is off picking his nose somewhere. This guy comes thundering in here.
He's still thinking about his turn from the last fight.
This guy will launch himself over, and he gets snagged inside your ensnare Elwyn. He doesn't stop there, but he kind of like gets caught up into it and slowed down, so he just drops to the ground here, and that ends his turn. Same thing with these guys. It becomes like difficult terrain, and they don't make it all the way through. All right, Damus, your turn.
All right. That was bullshit. Deimos is getting bleeding.
But Deimos is gonna try to go super Deimos. How does this work? Or should I roll? Because not magic.
So what's the
just
effects of
flex
Super Damus
murder.
again?
Hasted, +2 AC, and I have advantage on strength saves and checks.
All right, go ahead and apply the ability to yourself. That's fine.
Always take not good abilities. They'll always work. All right.
You
So
won't be able
knowing
to
that
quite
the-
do everything, but
Okay.
a lot of it will happen.
You want to like burn like a war god thing just to like have it, just let me know what I gotta do.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
so I'm gonna grab a demon 2, and I'm gonna slam him onto Shrike 1. I'm gonna like,
'Kay.
just wrestling move, just backdrop him.
Yeah, roll athletics. You're definitely strong enough to do that, and that has nothing to do with your haste or ability to do that. So you just crush him into this creature. Roll your unarmed attack damage. Okay. Yeah, both of those take that full damage.
Oh, sweet. And then I'll assume I lose one of the attacks or whatever since it's dampened, so I'll just go
Yeah.
to the extra grapple, whatever part I get out of it. I'm going to have my grapple go off, I guess, so I can slam him again. So that's my grapple, but I'm using that grapple for that bonus attack thingy I get from my boon.
Okay.
The
Okay.
2 extra rounds just to do it one more time. But this time, I'm grabbing both of them, and I'm slamming into Garkyle number 4. I'll be like, double back slam. And
All
I'll
right.
like put Elwyn to a little bit more safety.
Elwyn, number 4 is the one that Elwyn already crushed. As these two impact him, he dies. He splatters into a pile of goop. I should make
Then
like
There's
green
that again,
ones
if
that
it
are demon
matters.
goop.
Because I'll smash these bad boys and get like big bad boys.
Okay, they both don't take all that damage, but they do take some.
Sweet.
This guy, he gets caught up in this difficult terrain, but he zips through, rushes up to you, Moonscythe.
Yeah, everything's gonna hit me.
This guy zips through, but he was too far away. He stops there. All right, big guy number 1 comes crushing down, raises his big multi-appendaged claws, and brings them raining down on you, Renly. That's a hit. Hit.
Hold on. Oh.
Oh wait, my
What are we doing?
25.
No.
It was not a hit. Like my armor class goes up.
No, as a reaction, I'll cast Aegis of
'Kay.
Ensnarement.
So what does that do?
Pretty much, whenever somebody attacks one of my allies, I compel them to attack me instead. If they fail its charisma saving throw, they are teleported within 5 feet of me and make the attacks against me.
All right, what's the save?
39.
Can you make him roll it?
Yeah.
I can do it. I got it here. All right, go ahead. Okay, so he fails. So you're saying he would teleport next to you?
Yeah, within 5 feet of me and
Alright, so-
make the attacks against me.
Okay, so Renly.
They're
Yeah, you're
You
raised
had
here. Can you undo 2 of the?
You had 402 HP left.
Yeah,
beforehand?
but I also my AC is actually 26 at the moment, so a couple of those did not hit. In first
Okay.
place.
So
still
Renly,
can't
let's see. Yeah. So here, let me fix this real quick. You were at 620 because you took half before, and then in druid form, I'll give you back that much. Well, you would have. So basically, Ellen, what happened is she took one of the hits because
Yeah.
it's a spell. It wasn't quite as effective as before. So one of the hits got through to her before this thing vanishes and comes slamming next to you.
Alright,
Okay.
so it would take
So
some psychic damage from me, and any attack that it makes against anybody other than me has disadvantage until the end of its next turn.
Okay, so it takes the psychic damage. Alright. And then its two attacks are going to come smashing down the ones it did not hit Renly with. So 29 and a 25 to you, Ellen.
The 29.
It does hit. Okay, so this is the 29 damage here.
Wait, so the 24 is the one that would have gone to Renly. That would have missed her then. Right, Ren?
Oh, that would have missed her?
Yeah, 24 would have
Okay.
missed. And 25, so,
Alright, so-
the 29 would have hit.
Okay, so Renly, I gave you the hit points back. And, Ellen, you just got hit by the one then.
Cool. Sounds good.
Alright, Renly, you're up.
Alright, I am very, very, very annoyed. So, let me see. And so at this point, I probably should save it. But yeah, well, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna do this. Let's see how this goes. So I'm going to cast an Earthquake because I see there's a ravine over there, and I'm not sure how deep that ravine is. So I'm basically trying to create a landslide kind of effect over yonder, in the sense of maybe causing a landslide and then having them fall off into the ravine. I don't know. I'm going to spark that.
Okay.
If I can spark properly.
Okay, let's see it.
Okay, fine.
The ground shakes and tremors. You can see cracks appear along the bottom of the ravine, Renly. So.
Oh no, the thing where I drew the line, that's the epicenter of the earthquake.
Wait,
So
where'd you
we're
draw the
at
line?
that-
Oh, this green line. Wait.
Yeah,
okay.
the black line.
Yeah, the black line.
Yeah. So that's around the area where the epicenter would be. That I'm just trying to make it shiver, shake, maybe help them fall backwards. I don't know, something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you see cracks appear in the ground heading in this direction, right? I'm drawing these lines. If you can see them. The tree goes. The ground shakes a little bit. The tree slides off into the ravine. These creatures have to grapple a little bit, have to dig into the ground to maintain their balance. But as the earthquake passes, you can see that the process has begun, but it was not enough to actually suck this whole thing down into the ravine.
Okay, I'm gonna drop that, and as my bonus action, I'm gonna pull up Base Spirits. I've never actually used this before because they keep losing concentration on it. So I've never technically used this before.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm popping that up. It's like 10-foot radius, I think, from around 15 foot. Okay. And so that's just gonna be on to try to help provide some distraction, even if it's.
It appears angelic or fey. If you're evil, they
the
appear.
one that I have is. It should
Their
be
speed is
yeah,
halved.
That's my spirit guardian, so to say.
Okay. Take 3d8 psychic damage. Alright.
So they have a disadvantage to attack anyone but me as well, and it's activated as a bonus action.
Alright, so wait, what does this do? It gives everyone else a disadvantage on everyone against you, except you?
Yes.
Okay.
Which would be that area over there. Okay, yep. That's about it.
The ones in the circle, you're saying?
Exactly. It's very, very short distance.
Okay. This guy is going to pick himself up off the ground. He tripped a little bit. Comes stuttering in. He takes psychic damage, right?
Indeed.
As he enters.
On. He succeeds, so he takes half. 15. I have never used this.
Alright.
Oh my god, yeah, the damage is still what it was when I started.
Yep. He comes rushing in, Renly, and he is going to slam his tentacled fists into you.
Right.
Okay, and you're going to make the save. Oh, you succeed. Alright. That's that 20. Okay, this guy behind you. So he's gonna. You said they have a disadvantage on everyone else, so they're attacking you.
Alright. I might die soon, but hey!
Okay, this guy, he's gonna attack Deimos because Deimos is right in front of him, but he has disadvantage on these attacks.
Yeah, 'cause you little bitch.
And yet one hits you. Elwin, your turn.
All right, I'm gonna grab the angel and my friend Sloth, and I will quicken a teleport.
Okay.
I want to get right here next to this tree.
Mhm.
And I forget how many it's for quicken. 2 spell, yeah. So yeah, I want to do that. Can I bring them with me? Do I have to roll something? It's not far for a teleport.
Yeah, it's close enough. Now, this place is all kind of disrupted. You can't go pretty far. You can't go very far. But I'll allow this because you wouldn't be able to teleport long distances. It's kind of like the other places, and especially with all this distortion.
Yeah.
All right, so
Well,
you
but
vanish,
we
you
can get
grab.
here.
Yeah, you grab the two of them, and as you do, you zap over there, and you see something interesting. You see that Vouchy. He looks up at you. His head turns slowly, a bit of confusion, kind of like on his face. Then he looks over there slowly, and his a big grin slowly appears on his face.
Oh no!
Love you, Vouchy.
He smiles, and you look down, and his spear is covered in gore, in demon gore.
Oh,
As you pulled him away, he had you didn't realize it, but he had been fighting. He had been stabbing and tearing and ripping and tearing and stuff like that. So his
I
spear,
found my new Melwin.
his spear is all covered up in demon gore. So as you tore him away, this demon right here, the one that was, let's see, Garblog number 2, right behind Renly. You can see a large gashes and tears in its side, and part of its blood begins to fall out onto the ground. He had done a lot of damage to it.
Nice.
Okay.
As soon as we teleport over here for my action, because I quickened, that was a bonus. I will take out my staff and I will unleash a disintegration breath down this line. So
Okay.
I should be able to get most of these guys. It's 5 feet wide, so you let me know.
This is your staff. This is what's it called? What was your staff called? Your tier 3 ability, right?
Yeah.
Dracosire, Pride of Bahamut. Yeah.
Mhm.
That was cool. When I was like, when I named it that, I was like, oh yeah, that's what this is. Because you restored Bahamut's pride. You remember you gave Bahamut a sense of pride?
Yep.
Yeah, so go ahead, burn it.
Only one, the Shrike 3, which is this guy over here. Does he get no or no?
Hold on, that you're sending it there. Disintegration 5 foot wide. What the hell? Yes, it's clipping the corner of his box. So yeah.
It's like all these fights would be so easy if we decided to be terrible people and take that spike.
I know, right?
Hey,
Raffle stomp and shit.
you make the choices. You live with them.
Yeah, we do.
All right, I'm not gonna target him just in case you want to nerf this.
Hold on. No, these all hit.
Yeah. Do they take full damage?
Yeah, they take full. If you're using a tier 3, then yes, they do.
And I might. You know what? I'm gonna Malbolgia this. Nah, I'll just spark it. So 6,741. Times 3.
They broke their elbows. They're just injured.
He tears space and time itself.
Okay.
They got mildly zapped.
$20,223.
They all burst into. They're just torn apart. The greenish beam that comes raging out of your dragon's head staff. It disintegrates them into dust and ash. There's shrieks and screams echoing through the blizzard-like winds as you do so.
Nice. I look at the hot angel because I made her super hot, and I wink.
She's pretty hot already. I mean, look at the picture.
She's even hotter now.
Her clothes become even a little bit more see-through.
She's slightly more symmetrical.
Slightly more symmetrical. Deimos, your turn.
All right.
Wait, are you? You're bleeding.
Deimos.
Yeah, that's right. You take the damage.
Yeah, Deimos doesn't know what the fuck just happened, but everything in front of him just got hit by a nuke. So you see, America came by, and those people had oil, which is acceptable. Gave him some fucking freedom.
Yeah, give him some freedom. On the wings of a bald eagle shaped like a dragon.
Right. So
I
Deimos
was-
is gonna
I was
run
hanging
over
out-
here. Oh, sorry. What?
I was hanging out with some high schoolers today, and I was asking them what Christmas presents they're giving to people. And where I live, there's like a good mix between like conservative and liberals, right? So this kid comes from a super conservative family, so he's like, well, my mom and I decided to get something for my dad that he needs. He needs a bunch more magazines for his AR-15, right?
Mhm.
So I start laughing, and all the other kids there are like, what? What is that? Magazines? Like reading magazines? Like like what do you mean by that? And it's like some of the high school girls were saying that. I said, no, guys, you understand what a magazine is. It's not something you pick up and read with pictures and stuff. A magazine is what you load the freedom pellets into to give freedom to the people who voted the wrong way.
You fill the mags with freedom.
You fill the mags with freedom, and you send it to all the people who voted the wrong way. That's what magazines are.
It's a pretty good description. And also just
Alright, go
remember,
ahead.
if they have oil, they're run by a dictatorship, and we're gonna save them.
That's right.
So
That's right.
James is gonna run around over here, and then he's gonna because I'm gonna sprint this fucking way. I'm gonna grab this gargoyle one's head and just like fucking just yank him, and I'm gonna use him as like just a fucking improvised weapon because I have the feat tavern brawler and use it against this gargoyle guy because like I have the feat and he does psychic damage, so therefore it seems to Deimos that it seems like a good idea.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
why
it works.
Canada and Mexico are still their own countries because they don't have oil.
For real though, like I bet Canada does and Mexico do, but they're just like hiding
Yeah,
it, like
the
they
oil
won't even use it.
fans.
They're just like, yeah, they're just like, please, we can never do this. So I use that to slam him in there, and
Yeah,
then
you slam him into him.
I grapple slam him again, and then
Okay,
I use
okay.
my boon to do it one more time.
All right. So these guys are already busted up. They both were. Well, actually, the first guy was close. This guy dies. Actually, here, hold on. Roll 3 damages. Let me just see if it was enough.
No, I don't do real damage. Don't make me roll damage. Just kill him.
No, that's enough. And that kills the big guy because Valchi had gutted him. Okay. All right, and the one that you're
that's my last
holding.
Tamos looks at Elwood like if we were having a threesome and I just got done banging the chick with a massive wiener and it's his turn and he's like,
I'm like I have the motion, but I do not have the ocean.
All right. So Deimos,
But
is that
then
it?
I'll use that last one to really just fucking restrain this dude. Like I got his fucking head down on my knee, got his arms out. I'm like fucking police copping this bad boy.
So you do that, and as your turn ends, Deimos, you're holding him, and you see kind of like poking up from around the demon's shoulder. You see this guy.
What?
Right? And as he pokes
But
his
what,
head up
what?
slowly, he kind of a wry kind of grin kind of slowly forms on his face, and he takes a slow step backwards. And as he does, the demon's guts just pour out onto the ground
Dude,
in
I'm
front of you.
playing like this Utopia dude where he just drives a car real fast. He just pretends he's slow. You son
And the
of a
demon
bitch.
dies.
Yes, son of a bitch.
You've seen Zootopia?
Oh, dude, I have nieces and nephews. I've seen it like fucking 15 times. Like, and when I say 15, it's probably been like 15 full times and like 27 like half times because I switched it.
Renly, have you watched it yet?
Dude,
I
I'm
have
not gonna lie.
watched it.
I bought it on Prime,
Uh-huh.
and like as soon as we got done with that game last week, I bought
Uh-huh.
it. Like you know how you can buy the movies on Prime.
Yeah.
I bought it, and it's on my list. I will watch it.
You
I
gotta watch
promise.
it. It's hilarious. And I'm telling you that scene with the sloth, it's one of the best
Oh my god.
movie magic of all time.
Oh, the pregnant joke?
Movie torture.
That shit was fucking
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. And Renly, so my wife, I think she's like you. She loves that, but she can't watch it. She like physically cringes. She has
Oh,
like
yeah.
like emotional convulsions when she watches that scene. It just
I
bothers
have to
her so
walk
much.
out of the room.
It's funny.
All right. So you look up Deimos as you grapple the guy, and Vauci is standing there, and he steps backwards, and his spear is covered in demon gore, and the guy just spills out onto the ground, and he dies.
I'm like, how the fuck did you guys get captured again?
Vauci looks at you and says, "Well, it's a long story."
I sit down and I say, Rene, brew some tea. I want to hear every detail.
Renly has disappeared. Renly is on the other side, tiny hussing it with 3 other people.
Where? Vauci goes, "Where should I begin?"
At the beginning, but like the pre-beginning.
When I was a young sloth. He
Tell me
starts-
about your parents first.
Okay. All right. So, this place has been cleared. You guys are on your way to Thramakall. You spend some more time here. Renly, you're able to reinitialize your chrysalis. It hadn't really faded yet. You reinitialize it, and you guys spend the rest of that hour here as Salome regenerates. The rest of you guys can take a short rest.
Can the angel look like? Hold on, let me find a bit.
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to kill y'all.
Wait,
What
what?
the hell just happened?
I was trying to heal y'all. Sorry, ignore.
So, which is this your That's
And
fine.
tree farm.
Renly, yeah, you're fine. Renly, it takes you longer. It takes you twice as
Yeah,
long to heal.
I'll spend the whole hour just healing people.
Yeah.
Can
yeah.
the angel look like one of these two after I cast a spell on her?
Let's see it. Are they bimbos?
Nah, they're like angels.
Where's the
Yeah,
picture?
but they're bimbo angels.
Oh, in chat. See, that's why I said bimbos. I swear, you can't Google like like characters. It's hard for me to try to find NPC pictures without them being all super slutty.
Oh, I found a better one. This is her. It's the one I used for Mistra in the other game.
Oh no, not that one.
Let's see it.
That one.
Yep.
That's her.
Oh my god.
Like she woke up in the morning as
How
a
is that
very
Mistra?
powerful, knowing guy.
How is that
that's
Mistra?
It was
just know
it was
so much, I
fake
can't express
Mistra.
myself.
Like it was a demon posing as Mistra, and she was super
Oh.
slutty. It was cool.
Those pictures are the front cover of like Vogue magazine and stuff like that girls like Salome look at and just like get sad at. You know, these impossible standards of beauty.
Not
That's
after
what
I
you get
cast
for
a
being
spell on
ugly.
her.
It's like plastic
I actually-
surgery you did.
I actually like this picture of Salome. I like it a lot. Okay. So Elwyn, yeah, she looks like whatever you want her to look like, especially to you. You're not sure if everyone else sees her that way, but you definitely do.
I'm a very selfish and shallow man. I don't give a fuck about anyone else.
Okay. So after the short rest, Salome says, "I'm ready to go again."
Round 2. Alright.
She takes a deep breath, and again you see snow begin to flurry in a different direction, a different way than all the than the current wash of snow. And you guys you're used to it now. Your mind travels along with these bursts of flurries. Oh, what the hell is this?
That's what she actually looks like, but to like Elwyn, she looks banging hot.
Oh man. And your mind travels along with the snowflakes, and you guys don't feel yourself moving. Your vision goes along with it. And then when the snowflakes settle, you just realize that you're there. And you have traversed who drew these black X's and shit? All the way
no,
to
that was just
Thramakall.
where we were.
Yeah.
Mark the spot.
X marks perfect. You traveled all the way to Thramakall. Thramakall is in a huge gorge. All right, you see the mountains surrounding this area, and the ice here. The blizzard is less wild. The ice here seems deeper and older and much more massive. Salome turns to you and says, "We are here. This is the great ravine of Thramakall. Here, Ogma, god of knowledge, left part of himself embedded in the ice and stone. It's a sacred place. It's the place where Ogma kept his vigil before he fell. The seat of his power, as it were. If you wish answers, here is where you may find them." Across the great gorge, there is a shallow or a small stone bridge that goes off and embeds itself in the face of a massive rock and ice mountain. Salome just points across the bridge and says, "There, if you wish your answers." What do you guys do?
Run across the bridge. if it's safe.
I have a very important question right now. Which
Uh huh.
is Vouchy coming with?
Vouchy is there, of course. He looks
So
up
is he?
and he
Yeah.
kind of he bows his head and he says, "This place is sacred to my people and to all the other people in Shehakim."
Are you coming with?
We should
Oh my god.
tread carefully.
Oh my god. I'm going to die.
This is Thramakall.
Ooh, it's so pretty.
Wow.
That is gorgeous.
Ooh, fancy. Walk into a mouth. I wish I could draw like that, but I can draw stick people.
I'm picturing stick person Deimos running towards the light, yes.
Okay, you guys going across the bridge?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Salome says, she says, Vouchy is correct. We must tread carefully. And she begins to walk across with you. As you make your way across the bridge, you can feel the expanse of ground below you. The ravine is deep and huge. Nothing, you see nothing like it on the material plane. You cannot see the bottom. You cannot even see the beginnings of the bottom. It's almost as if you're staring into the endless down below. This is a representation of the depths of knowledge. This whole area. This is Ogma, god of knowledge. This is his realm, his vigil, his land. As you approach the halfway point, the face in the stone and ice ahead of you, its jaw begins to move. You can hear the crack of ice and rock, and in the rumbling of the stone, you hear reverberating a voice, a deep voice, just kind of resonating out to you. It says,
Stop. Venture no further. The ground upon which you walk is sacred ground.
what do you guys do?
Oh, I was waiting in case he continued. Like
Mhm.
Vouchy.
Say, don't worry. We are very holy and sacred people. We are only here to help. As you probably already know.
Did you want an offering?
The creature's
For
eyes
Vouchy?
remain closed. The creature's eyes remain closed, and he says,
If you are indeed worthy, remove the shoes from your feet and step forward.
Okay.
I don't wear shoes.
I don't have shoes. Got 'em.
We have been denied service because we don't have shoes before, so what do you want us to remove?
Anything else?
As I keep walking.
Deimos, as you start walking forward, your bare feet crossing to the second half of the bridge, the further section of the bridge, you can feel um, again in the stone itself, and this time with the stone, not the ice, the stone. Your mind draws to the contact of your skin against the stone. Another connection, another psychic connection, a transference of knowledge, a communion of thoughts, um, different than what you felt with the snow, but still very real and very powerful.
Fucking nerds. Yeah.
Wait, are you still carrying Elwin in your underwear? I mean, are his feet touching the ground?
That's up to him.
Yeah, Elwin, where are you?
That's my natural habitat.
So you're hanging in front of Deimos like a baby kangaroo.
He's my mount. No, no, no.
Oh, you're in the back.
Vouchy is the
Okay.
baby kangaroo. He's my fine steed. I'm the mythical knight riding Deimos into battle.
Okay, all right. So your
Looking
feet
for
are
the
not touching
Holy
ground.
Grail.
Okay. So Deimos, this surge of sensory information that's coming up through the ground into your feet, into your body, and ultimately to your mind. You're impacted. You're taken aback by the depth of knowledge, by the magnitude of experience here. Um, this mountain has been here for a long, long time. You're seeing eons into the past, beyond the change in God epochs. Your mind knows that this mountain has been here since before Pelor, before Malchior, before Estrellas and Byricus. Tens of thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years into the past, this mountain was remained.
It's a good thing I'm super smart, because I will solve any riddle this thing has. Such as, take your shoes off. Fucking nailed it.
Okay. What do you do?
Keep on walking.
Okay. You walk forward and you get closer until you've reached the end of the bridge. And as you continue forward, it's like in your mind's eye, you see yourself reliving and re-experiencing your own life. With each step forward, you recall in great detail, almost as playing on a screen in front of you in your mind. Um, each step forward basically just moves through the years of your life, through the experiences. You see childhood friends. You relive tragedies. You hear your mother's voice. You feel the pain of the whip um, when you were an acolyte in the temple that they used to instruct you with. All those things. You remember back in your decades traveling with Caleb Brightlord alongside your allies and companions, the great adventures that you accomplished. A whole lifetime flashes before you. And then you feel your death and the years of darkness before your rebirth. And that sets you onto the journey that you're on now. And yes, you feel the many, many tentacles.
With the tentacles, you see Deimos jump into the abyss.
Bet you didn't see that one, smart boy.
All right, and that's the end of the God breaking. Deimos died and took everyone with him. Next week we re-roll. We're starting a new game. It's gonna be in
Level 2.
We'll start. Oh, what's that other system? The Savage Lands, Savage World.
Yeah.
Or they only roll d6s. I think everything's based off
Oh my
d6s.
god.
It's in another system.
Right. So I assume this guy's lying to me, all right? Because Deimos doesn't have a mom. And he's never been whipped. And tentacles, those are made up. So obviously this thing is somehow corrupted. Deimos is smarter than this smart thing. He's like, I figured out your plan. I don't even know what this whole first part of my life thing you showed me was. Because I don't remember it. So it can't be true. And that tentacle thing at the end? I wasn't even in the water from that time. I was on a sabbatical leave. At least that's what Elwin tells me. So,
The mountain
Keep walking.
says.
Whether or not you recall or admit to what has gone on before, those things still define your experiences shape. And just like the events of history are bound to repeat themselves, so have your future altered what has gone on in your past. You have come here for a reason. What do you wish to know?
Mainly, how the fuck wait a second, I get this. Deimos would like to know, in one very long question, how to save this ice goddess lady, this plane, the planes above, where are all the hidden mini gods, along with super cool workout strategies that can make Deimos even bigger, plus any other super cool hidden things that we don't know about. In addition, the super secret strategies to win everything, and where all the super other hidden stuff that no one knows about that we can get that are really good are. But I'm leaving the question open ended so I can always ask more. Because Deimos, he's a smart guy.
To free this world, three things you must do. Three things which result in the one. For the real threat to our land is not the madness that befits its gods. It is not the plague of snow, ice. It is not the hordes of demonkind that swarm across its land. No, the real threat that plagues Shehakim is that its life, its people, are being consumed by an agent of destruction. And as it feeds, Shehakim descends further into badness.
The the stones of the mountain, where its eyes are, they've been closed the whole time, and slowly they open up, and they gaze northward. Towards that mountain range, the same one that you saw the great oak Malavelm feeding its power to. Then Thramakall closes its eyes again, and it says,
3 tasks you must accomplish in order to fulfill the one. First, this land is in turmoil, divided against itself, lacking the presence of one of its gods. The spirit of Okma, god of knowledge, screams in regret and unrest. You must pacify the spirit of Okma. Second, the goddess Oril is driven mad by her broken heart as the demon Gaira beguiles her. While she remains in his thrall, this land will never heal. Calm her madness, free them from his grasp. And finally, your third task. Lend strength to the remaining members of divinity that live and fight here. Seek out Magali, warrior angel of knowledge. Rescue and find Sisti, angel of winter. They are this land's last hope. They are your answer. Do these 3 things, and you may just yet accomplish the one.
okay?
Cool. What's he say about the workout stuff?
He says,
You fill your mind with things distract you from that which is real. If you continue on this path, you will falter in the end. This I know.
Okay.
Remove from yourself these burdens, Deus. You wish to see your ultimate goal. For you can never be what you must while you are so inhibited.
So I understand what you're saying. You're saying one of 2 things. One, I take these gauntlets off because they're restraining me, which is bullshit, because that can't be true because they're good at punching. Or 2, I get to make my muscles even stronger, because we'll make my mind stronger. My mind muscles will affect my body muscles, and therefore I will have a continuum super muscles. What seems like the answer. Therefore, I am very smart. Thank you very much. Alright, guys. I figured everything out. What do you guys want to do?
Now, was he talking telepathically to Deimos, or was he actually talking out
Nope.
loud?
you guys heard it.
Okay, good.
My mind's too strong for him to telepathically talk to me.
Okay?
I don't want to be a party pooper. Can we call it here?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. We're good. I'm gonna put these 3 things. So, did you understand what he was saying?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
So
breaking a little bit,
there's
but oh sorry.
these 3 things to accomplish the one. And the one major thing that's holding this land broken together is that it is being siphoned away, um, like you saw with Malavelm. Its life, its energy is being siphoned away into that mountain. Okay? He says that's what really needs to be fixed. But in order to accomplish that, to have a chance at accomplishing that, you have to do these 3.
Alright,
Okay?
so Deimos is not gonna get as awesome as he is. Okay, never mind.
And he did say that to Deimos. He told Deimos to remove the constraints that he deceives himself with. Otherwise, he'll never accomplish what he wants.
That makes no sense. There are no constraints if you're super strong because you can just break them. Duh. Idiot.
Okay.
Take that, nerd boy.
All right. So we'll drop it off there and pick it up not next week, but the week after.
Alright, sweet.
Cool.
All right.
Dude, thanks for running. See you guys.
Have a
See
good
you.
night, everybody.
Night-night.